Hey there, welcome. It's Courtney here. And if you're watching, if you're here, could you please just write hi in the comments? Let me know who's here. We'll love to connect with you. So welcome for this half-hour practice of restoring balance. So I don't know who's here, but if I already know you, welcome again. If I don't, welcome for the first time. Ciao, Lisa. Nice to see you. Well, know that you're here. It's been a week. It's been a little over a week for me. Some of you, or maybe just if you're in the States, you're just starting into your week of being at home. Those of you in Italy, we may have some friends across the border. You've been in it for longer. Ciao, Emma. Nice to have you. And yeah, it feels like this is really the moment. Katya, hi. This is really the moment, a moment for us to be putting into practice all of these tools, all of these things that we have been practicing on our mats, to bring them into our daily life. And I know for me, being at home with kids and partner working and me working, it's a whole new game, right? And I'm sure all of us are being called in different ways outside of comfort zones. And then, of course, remember the people whose work it is to actually be on the front lines. And so I guess I want to send a big thank you and gratitude to those folks. And hey, Janet and Daniela. And for those of us that are, in a sense, blessed to be able to be home now, we're facing different challenges. So, for me, I know one of the challenges just been sort of finding some time and some space to just do what I know needs to be done. And one way that I make sure that happens is by sharing practice with you all. So we will do that in one sec. I wanted to contextualize this in terms of Ayurveda. And those of you that are here know Ayurveda has been a great passion and support of mine personally, and something that I love sharing with others. And one of the things that attracts me most to Ayurveda, and really from the beginning, was this understanding that balance is our natural state, that harmony, that equilibrium is our natural state, and that all of us come into this world in balance, right? Ready to live with all that we need. And through our lives, through our external forces, and also through our internal experience, we tend to come out of balance. Yeah? And what Ayurveda offers are simple practices and tools for bringing us back into balance. And so today, I'm not going to share with you anything that's necessary specifically from Ayurveda, but with that understanding that when we talk about restoring balance, that's what we're doing. We're holding to this understanding and this knowledge that at our core, we are whole and we are balanced. And so what I'd ask you to do right now is just to stop if you're moving around, just be still and take a moment to feel the ground beneath you. It could be through your feet or through your seat. And to take some breaths. And just to presence where you are physically in space. And also to presence where you are right now in your own body, in this sacred house in which you've lived for however many years. And to presence your breath. And to begin to join your attention with your breath. And so that can mean any number of things, from just taking nice, long, slow breaths to working with Ujjayi, to simply just being aware of the natural flow of your breath. And in our time together today, we'll just keep coming back every so often to the breath as a touchstone. So you can go ahead and let your eyes open. And this is a really nice practice. I have a mat set up here, so I'm going to use that. But you don't need a mat. You don't really need a bunch of stuff today, which is great. So go ahead, and we're going to actually start up standing. So if you're seated, you can come to stand. It's funny, in my picture here, it looks like I'm in a tiny little box. It's not that small, but it's a funny picture to see. So go ahead and just start to shift your weight. Now, if for some reason standing is not an option for you and you're seated, maybe you're in a chair, just go ahead and shift your weight in the chair. Then you're gonna let your arms be nice and heavy. And you're just gonna bend your knees. And I'm starting to bring in some figure 8 movements. Now, part of restoring balance from this Ayurvedic perspective is that we pay attention to how we feel in the moment. You can change direction if you're making figure 8s. So if you came into this practice feeling a little bit sluggish or tired or stuck or whatever, this flow is going to help you to move some of that energy. And also, likewise, if you came in maybe feeling agitated or like you've just been, I don't know, super busy at home, or just, the energy's kind of all over the place, then this is also going to help you to ground it down. So any of these movements that we do, we're going to take it into some big circles, like you're doing a big hula hoop. Any of these movements or practices that we do, I want you to bring your intention, go the other way, for how it is that you want to feel at the end of this time. So based on where you are now, how do you want to feel? And then go ahead and just start to bring it forward and back. And I'm going to bring my feet a little bit closer together so they're pretty much right up underneath the hips, and the hands are coming forward and back. And you can rock back onto your heels, forward onto your toes, maybe coming up onto your toes, just seeing how the body wants to flow here. Good. And then we're going to take big circles with the arms, just bouncing up and coming down with your breath. And again, if you're in a chair, you can do the same thing. Arms coming up and down, and eventually your fingers might touch the floor. Good. Next time your fingers touch the floor, just pause here. Let your forehead release down. You can let your fingertips come onto the ground or hold your elbows and just rock side to side. And then release your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees and just slowly come all the way up to stand. You can once more have your feet hip width if they shifted. And this time we'll start to follow the breath as you inhale. Sweep your arms out wide, bring your palms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. And just follow your own breath rhythm, sweeping out, reaching up, maybe look up, exhaling, bringing that energy right back into your heart space. Following 3 more times. And see if you can keep your eyes steady. So as you spread your arms wide, the eyes can also spread wide. And then this last time, really feel yourself draw this awareness and attention back down into the center. Pause for a moment. If it helps to close your eyes, and tune in. Just noticing again how you are in this moment. And as we continue to move, what quality of energy will help you to restore balance? So we're always looking at finding balance by becoming aware of where we are right now. And so just release your hands down by your sides. This is one of my favorite things to do, is just to start to shake. So you can bounce up and down if that feels good to you. If the jumping is too much on your knees, just bounce. And if that's even too much, you can just bring it into your hands. Yeah? Or some other part of your body, one leg at a time. Yeah, it doesn't matter so much. Seriously, people, nobody is watching you. You're all watching me. That's okay. And just shake it out. Now, if you really want to have a lot of time shaking, put on some really good music and just get going. I cannot play music here because I do not have the rights to the songs. But if you want, you can put on some music. So simple. You can turn around in a circle. You can go the other way. Don't forget to shake your head. Yeah. Good. And then just release that. Yeah. So, doesn't have to be like this big serious deal, right? We can do all sorts of like fancy yoga poses. Come join me for some classes, we'll do those. But also it can be really simple. We can just shake our bodies. Notice how you feel. Yeah? How does that shift for you? Is it bringing you more into balance? A little more out of balance? No? Let's see how it feels now when you join me for one of my favorite practices at Arrington. She's probably not watching, but love you, Arrington. Showed me many years ago. This is called Breath of Joy. Interlace your fingers. I'll go like this. Take a wide stance, bend your knees, and you're gonna reach your arms up and behind your head if possible. Like you're gonna chop a big piece of wood. Yeah? On your exhale breath, you're gonna make a big sound and chop your wood. It's gonna sound like this. Inhale. Ha! Ha! I'm for real, for real. Go ahead, join me. Ha! Ha! If you're in a chair, you can still do it with your arms. Ha! If you can't do it with your arms, do it with your voice. Ha! 3 more times, let it out. Ha! 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 Let your head release. And slowly come down into Malasana. If you're in a chair, Malasana is not really your thing. You can go ahead and come onto your seat with your knees apart, or just take your knees wide in the chair. So coming into your squat, you can take your hands out wide like this, or bring your palms together. And starting to bring some of this energy down into the earth. Let's take several breaths here, feeling your knees and your arms connect, backs of your arms and inside of your knees. Staying with your breath. And then you can slowly lower all the way down onto your seat. If you're not already there, take your legs way out in front of you. Just give your legs a little shake. You can rub your knees. Good. So those are a few really easy, no big deal practices that you can do to elevate your energy. Yeah. So if you've just been sedentary, or you're feeling stuck, you're feeling heavy, you're feeling like you just want to elevate your energy and balance in that way, then you can do some of those practices. Yeah? If you're feeling like you're already a bit stirred up and you really want to bring it down, you can also do some of those with an intention to ground, or you can try some of these more, let's say, grounding practices. So go ahead for this first one. Just come to sit however it's comfortable for you. Here, I have my legs crossed and my knees underneath my feet underneath my knees, hands on the knees. You can sit up on a blanket if that supports you. It's a good idea if your knees come up really high. And then just start to follow the breath. Maybe I'll go sideways so you see. As you inhale, just press the hands against the knees and lengthen through the chest. And as you exhale, bring your belly back and round. Inhale to come forward, and exhale to come back. And then last time you exhale, just pause here, keeping a nice rounded spine. And then come all the way up to your seat. Change the crossing of your legs. So just bring your other leg in front. If you were seated in some other way or in a chair, you can just leave your legs as they are. And we'll just take an easy twist over to the left. So your opposite hand, right hand, comes to your left knee. You can lengthen through the sides of your body and just turn your belly, your chest, and your head to look behind you. You can start to feel that your sits bones are rooting down, that your feet and legs are getting heavy. And then switch sides, taking left hand to right knee. And twisting can be a really great way to just release anything that you're holding in the body. And come back into the center. And from here, pull your knees in towards you, and then you can come and lie down on your back. As you lie down on your back, just start by taking a long stretch through the sides of your body, through your legs, through your arms. If you want a little more action, you can hook your thumbs and pull your toes wide. And then we'll exhale. We'll bring our left knee. Bring your left knee into your chest. And so here, just depending on what suits you, hands can interlace around your shin or on the back of your thigh. And you're just going to squeeze your leg in. Give yourself a good squeeze here. And then stretch your leg towards the sky. Instead of trying to make your leg really straight, see if you can pull down imagine from your heel, you're drawing all the way down the back of your leg into the ground. You just feel a really good sense of plugging in or inserting into the earth. And then bend your knee. One more good squeeze to your chest before you release it down. And then we'll switch sides. We'll bring the right leg in. If you're interlacing fingers, you can always practice switching. And then let's take that foot all the way up. And again, any of these practices can be done in a different way. So if you feel like you need, more energy, you want to elevate your energy, then you can always do something like pulling your leg back and forth, or even just bringing that intention to elevate rather than to ground. We know that our intention really sets us up for how something will turn out. And then release. But one more time, take a long stretch through your body and then just walk your feet over to the left side and bring your arms and your shoulders over to the left side. So your body's going in a big banana. Some people call this banana asana. You can cross, if you'd like, your right leg over. And both of your bum cheeks are on the ground. You're just breathing into the right side ribs, a whole right side of your body. And come back into the center, and then walk your feet over to the right side, to the other side. You can cross your left leg over, bring your arms over to the right side as well. Banana the other way. What happens if you breathe a little bit more into the lower left ribs, especially on the back side? And come back into the center. Walk both your feet in now and bring your hands onto your knees. As you exhale, we're going to pull the knees in close to the chest. And as you inhale, let your knees move away. So just following your breath. Inhale, let your belly get nice and full here as the knees move away. And then as you exhale, you might feel your low belly hollow out a little bit as you squeeze in. Just follow 3 more times your own breath. And last time, move your legs away from you. Take your knees wide here. And you can bring your hands to your ankles or to your shins. So your arms come to the inside of your legs. Legs are relaxed and you're just holding on, and maybe even feel your legs, your shins move away from your shoulders, letting your feet move closer to the ground while still holding on. Release your hands, bring your feet back down to the ground. Go ahead and roll over to the side, coming up for a moment. So probably one of the best postures that I know for a reset, especially a grounding reset, is child's pose. And so there's many different ways to do this and support yourself. I do have a blanket here, and so I'm going to show you a couple of options for how you can use a blanket, but it's also not necessary. Okay, so first option without a blanket is just come down with your forehead, your knees are wide, your feet are together, and your forehead touches down to the earth. Arms can be by your sides or forward. Yeah, it's super simple. If you have a blanket, you can open it up. You know, Katya and Emma, and this one. You're going to roll it up, and maybe roll it all the way or maybe halfway, and bring it right into the crease of your hips. So it's going to go right below your navel, and then you'll kind of lift up and drape your belly over. So you'll feel a little bit of pressure of the rolled up blanket right on your abdomen. And then from here, you can let yourself release down. So that's one option, especially if you're feeling like you want to generate a little bit of heat in the belly. Maybe really nice to prepare for dinner, for digesting. Another option is to take your blanket and fold it more, let's say, like so it's quite thick, yeah? And just have that in front of you. And you can bring either your chest or your forehead onto it. And this is especially if bringing your forehead to the earth is challenging. And then the last option would be, if it's challenging for you to sit in child's pose for your knees, you can fold your blanket in any configuration that you need and just bring it right behind your ankles. And come to lie down. Staying in your child's pose, start to really surrender the weight of your body. Sense that you can release the need to hold yourself up. Sense the support of the ground beneath you. And sense the breath, where you are feeling your breath right now. You can also notice where there might be some restriction around breath. And simply with your awareness, bringing attention to those tight or restricted spaces, can you begin to invite the breath in? Sometimes I like to imagine, some of you have heard me say this, that I have a little door on my forehead, like a trap door. And in child's pose, I can open up that door and release all of the thoughts, the worries, the concerns, the stories into the earth. And the earth, our generous Mother Earth, she receives what we're releasing so that our minds can be clear, so that we can bring real clarity, clairvoyance, even to our situation. So with your next couple of breaths, you might open that door, release out any thoughts that are no longer needed. Recognizing that in each moment you have that opportunity to choose a different track. And then you can gradually begin to walk yourself back up and to find what feels like a comfortable place to rest. So for some, that might be lying down. You might feel called to come into a shavasana, or you might want to just sit for a few moments as we start to close. And wherever you place yourself, please do so with attention. So take care to prepare your final posture. And then as you arrive, let yourself be still. Allow for all of the natural fluctuations, movements of breath, your heart beating, the flow of thoughts, of emotions. bring your attention, let it rest once again in the heart space. Presence, who is here right now, within you, around you. And know that however you are feeling right now, at any level of your being, physical, your mental, emotional, your energetic, your spiritual, all of it is welcome. But especially now, but always, 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 each of us is exactly how we need to be, who we need to be. That while you may be experiencing some kind of roller coaster, or you may be experiencing some sort of flatline, some numbness, whatever your experience is, may you trust that you are held, that you are connected, and that by simply showing up for yourself in the way that you've done this evening, you are sowing the seeds for your unfolding, for your becoming into the next phase. Just by showing up for ourselves with the intention to take care, that we are planting seeds of care for our beloveds, for our communities, and for our planet. If you have an intention that is coming to you right now that you'd like to offer to yourself, that you'd like to offer out into the world, you can bring your hands to your heart space or anywhere that feels good to you and just plant that seed of intention. And we'll close by taking a full breath in and releasing out. As you're ready, if your eyes are closed, you can open them or keep them closed. I want to come a little bit closer. I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, for each other, and also to let you know that we'll be continuing to offer these practices in this way, YouTube, for free, for as long as it is sustainable, which we are figuring that out right now. Ciao, Francesca. And I would ask that you share the practices that you do, that you let your friends know, that you help us to also get um, these messages and these supportive practices out there. And I love that this is all friends here. So I'm really going to appeal to you and ask for your support in that way. We feel, me, Amy, the whole crew, we feel really committed to offering support. And as I said before, it's support for us too. But we also feel really committed to nourishing Mytree, both the practice of loving kindness, but also this space. And as we're moving online for now, we'd really like to be able to grow and to grow beyond this sweet sanctuary. So I'll appreciate your support in doing that. And tomorrow you can join Marianne for laughter yoga. It's at 7:30 in the evening. It is really awesome. Seriously, you guys, just join, just try it out. You will get a kick out of it. And thank you, Francesca. And then we have a whole lineup. So there's something every day, and I really hope that you will continue to join. And as I said, to share and to help us share the love, basically. So lots of love to all of you. Thank you, Francesca and Daniela and Janet and Katya and Emma and Elisa. And anyone else who is there, sending you wishes for a wonderful start to your week. And also, maybe last thing I'm already going over is just to say, as I said, whatever's coming up, may you find the space and the support to be with it. And I know I'm here with a great big smile on my face, and that's because I'm here with you. And also know that for me too, just like you, this is a big up and down time. And I'm really feeling I'm feeling great about being able to share these practices. That's it, that are helping us. So that's all. Love y'all. Buon appetito.